Hi, this is Christine from speechmodification.com, and we're looking at how to use direct and indirect language correctly. The advantage to using direct language is that your meaning will be clear. The disadvantage is that in some situations, direct language is considered rude or impolite. The pros for using indirect language are that it is formal and polite, and it demonstrates culturally appropriate communication. The cons of indirect language are that your meaning can be unclear or subject to misinterpretation. Let's look at some examples of direct versus indirect language. When making a request, a direct way to ask is to simply say, "Can you please?" A softer, more polite request using indirect language would be to say, "I was wondering if you could," or "Could you possibly?" To make a suggestion using direct language, you should say, "We should." To suggest indirectly, you could say, "Why don't we?" or "Perhaps we should." When delivering bad news or making a negative comment or statement, it is preferable to use indirect language. Let's look at some ways you can say something negative in a polite, indirect manner. If you need to say, "There's a problem," you can soften the bad news by saying, "It seems there's a small problem," or "I'm afraid there's a problem." If you want to say something is too expensive, you can say, "Won't that be a bit expensive?" or "That might be too costly." To say no to someone or something, try using "I don't think so," "Maybe not," "I'm afraid not," or "Not at this time." To inform someone that they are wrong, you can say, "I see that you think that, but," or "Don't you think," and then state the correct information. So, in review, you should use direct language in informal situations when there is likely to be agreement, and you might want to choose indirect language when you want to be more formal or polite, where agreement may not be as likely, or when you have a negative comment or bad news to share. I hope this helps you understand some of the differences between direct and indirect language.